Kevin Warsh sat for an hour-long interview about Federal Reserve doctrine. He discussed crises, intervention philosophy, the cost of bailouts, and the institutions he respects. He used one specific phrase, "Phoenix from the ashes," and then moved on. He did not return to it. He did not soften it. That one phrase is what this video is about, because in the same window, Martin Small, BlackRock's chief financial officer, described a separate timeline using a separate phrase, fait accompli, already done. The headline said BlackRock will tokenize its ETFs. What the headline did not say, it will happen within 3 to 12 months. 2 interviews, 2 senior figures, 2 specific phrases, 1 direction. 3 threads we open here. The first, the exact line Warsh chose not to elaborate on, and why an experienced central banker leaves silence after specific words. The second, what fait accompli actually means in BlackRock's internal language, and the settlement infrastructure that makes it mechanically possible. The third, the one asset that sits at the convergence of both stories, and the specific role it plays the moment a controlled financial reset begins to overlap with a tokenized infrastructure rollout. Quick framing before we go further. Nothing in this video is financial advice. This is one read of the data, informed by the public record, the regulatory sequence, and the institutional positioning visible right now. Your decisions belong to you, your timeline, and a qualified professional who knows your situation. What this channel offers is the calm read of the structure. What you do with it is yours. Quick calibration before we go deeper. When a sitting Federal Reserve chair publicly references a doctrine in which the existing banking system is allowed to collapse, do you read that as a warning, a description, or a signal? Drop one word below, warning, description, or signal. That single data point shapes how this channel covers the next phase of the macro story. Start with what Warsh actually said. He was describing a real debate. He said that during the last major financial crises, some of his friends on the right, including at institutions he respects, held the view that the right move was to let the system burn down. Phoenix from the ashes. He did not say it as a metaphor. He said it as a description of how serious people inside serious institutions were arguing in real time. He distanced himself from the doctrine. He framed it as something he disagreed with at the time, but he left the framework intact in the room. That is the part most coverage missed. When a central banker repeats a phrase like "Phoenix from the